Hey, Courtney, I am super excited to announce that you are going to be joining us at Cyclocross Magazine for our World Cup coverage here in the US. And that will be brought to you by Bike Rags, a custom clothing apparel company, and additional support by Bike Iowa. So super stoked to have you aboard and can't wait till you show up here in the Midwest.
I am looking forward to it. I can't wait either.
We'll get into the how in a minute, but first of all, I can't believe you said yes. It's kind of on a whim that I even shot you a note and said, hey, what do you think of spending 10 days in the Midwest and driving around to the World Cups? And I said, sure. The thing that gave you the time to do that is your recent announcement that you're not going to be on the UCI cyclocross circus this fall. What led you to that decision?
Yeah, so it had been on my mind for a while now, and by a while I mean like 2019. And I had really, in 2019 for nationals, had decided like, I feel like this could be my last year. And then I raced nationals and I had a really good nationals. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can do one more year. And because like I actually had a lot of fun. The big thing with it is I wasn't having a lot of fun racing. And if you're not really having fun, then what's the point? And so $1
million contracts, I think, is the point, isn't it?
Totally, but those aren't knocking on my door.
Right.
And so then, yeah, after nationals, I had a good race. I felt solid. I had a lot of fun and was like, okay, maybe I could pull out one more season. And then we all know what happened in 2020. And in the fall, I was like, I don't miss it. And so I don't need to do it again. And what a perfect kind of leeway and exit out of it to help solidify my option to be done with it was knowing I was going to lose all my UCI points and come into to 2021 with nothing. It was like I have spent the last 9 years chasing UCI points, and it's always been about UCI points, and that's always been on the back of your head. Like, I need to have so many UCI points if I want to race this World Cup. I need to have so many UCI points if I want to be on the front row. Like, it's really stressful. And to know that those were just gone, I was like, I don't need to start in the back. I don't need to pull a number out of a bag. I've already been there. I've done that. And I have no desire to do it again.
Wow.
And then along with that, I lost a lot of sponsorship and financing with COVID. And I just, knowing how I felt about racing cross, I didn't really seek anything because I didn't think that I didn't really want to. So, I'm still riding with Pivot and Easton. Bora's doing my clothes and have a few other sponsors for this year. But I went into that telling them I am not racing cross. But here's my game plan.
Well, you're still racing your mountain bike a little tiny bit and a little bit of gravel. Aren't you doing epic before you come out to the Midwest?
Yeah. So I'm signed up for BC Bike Race. And yeah, I'm supposed to go do that, but I got sick last week and am battling some GI issues. And I saw my doctor today and she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to give it a couple of days and decide.
Fair enough. But you're riding your mountain bike a fair bit.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I've been riding my mountain bike. I've been volunteering with our local trail association and riding with kids. And they have after school bike groups. And so I've been doing that. I did that last spring. I'm doing another one this fall, and then helping out with another mountain bike group that's this all girls mountain bike group coaching. And so that's been awesome. You know, I think wanting to be done kind of racing at that top level, I have felt for so long that I personally needed to give back to a community that I feel like has just been so awesome for me. And I hadn't really figured out what it was, but I feel like this is kind of riding with kids and just putting myself out there and passing on the knowledge that I've gained with bikes onto the kids. I feel like that's my responsibility to do now as I walk away from the racing scene. But I have been doing some gravel as well, and that's been okay.
I was just about to ask if you like it, and I think you just answered that question.
It's not for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, mountain bike racing, I mean, you can have some long races, but cross races, 45 minutes to an hour and you're done. Gravel, it's a long time out there sometimes, 100K.
They're long. So
go on for a long time.
And, you know, like I did the Oregon Trail gravel grinder back in June, and it was just insane. I was like, these are 5 to 7 hour days. Right. 3.5 was the shortest, and 7 was the longest for me. And like, it's just insane. Those are really long days. And you, like, how I personally, maybe I can, and I just don't try, I don't know, but like, I want to race, and I want to race hard. And racing hard for 7 hours was like, I don't know, I can't do that. Or there's this like self-preservation button that I have that I'm like, you cannot go all out for 7 hours or you're never going to get to the end. And so for me, those long races are so challenging and they're not enjoyable. Like, I thought it would be fun in a different challenging type of way for me, but I don't. It turns out I don't like them. You do go through a series of emotions, which I know, talking to some people, like, that's what they really like about it. But like, it's hard to sit on your saddle after so long. If your legs don't feel good, you're like, it's going to be a long day. And so it's just rough. I did one when I was up in Canada a couple weeks ago, and it was just 50 miles. I was like, 50 miles is great. It was a little over 3.5 hours. I felt like I could go hard for most of the race, and I had a great time. All the other ones I've done, I've been like, this is long.
They are long. Some people like those long ones.
I know, right? And it's not entertaining.
Like a 45-minute, like,
I know.
I always say racing cross is like running the mile for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it is. It's hard, but
you can go for 45 minutes.
But the thing with cross is you get these micro breaks. Mm-hmm. And I think, and you know, you get it in mountain biking too. And so you don't get that in gravel. You're just on it the whole time. Even the downhills, they go fast. They go hard, I should say, not fast, because if it's a steep downhill, not everybody goes fast. But like a pedally downhill, which most of them I found are pedally, I'm like, oh, why?
Where's my micro break?
Yeah. I was like, I just need a corner. Give me a corner so I can catch my breath and like shake my legs for a second. All I'm asking for is like 3 seconds. 3 seconds every 2 minutes. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes, it is.
Yes, apparently it is.
When you are coming out, I think you're coming in Saturday night before Trek World Cup. So you'll be here for Trek, Madison, Waterloo. Then we will head down to actually kind of have you hostage for the week. So you're going to be coming to Des Moines for a couple of days, and we've got a Tuesday night cross practice. So we'll have you give back on Tuesday night, some of the locals in Des Moines. That's super fun. And then we'll head down to Fayetteville for the Fayetteville World Cup, which will be the first time. Have you ever raced in Fayetteville?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm super curious
Haven't.
to see it. Saw Kerry Warner's preview of the course, and I've been down to Bentonville, which you're bringing your mountain bike, right?
Yep.
So we're hitting Bentonville on the way home.
Awesome. How close are Fayetteville and Bentonville?
Suburbs, they're connected.
Okay, so that sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Saying them together, Bentonville, Fayetteville.
It does, doesn't it?
Uh,
The Fentonvilles have stars on ours, and the Bentonvilles do not.
exactly. Uh-huh. Yep.
We'll have to play on that theme there. So then we'll come home Thursday and then head to Jingle in Iowa City for
Awesome.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are you looking forward to for that 10-day duration?
Well, I think it'll be really fun to see Bentonville because I've never been, and I've heard it's really fun. And like you had said, they have something for everybody. And then I'm excited to go to Jingle Cross and not race. I'll have to reach out to my host family and tell them I'm going to be in Iowa so that I can see them. But I think it'll be fun to be there for 3 days and watch the chaos unfold.
Do you stay with the same family every year?
Outside. Yeah, I've stayed with the same family, I think, since 2015.
Oh, wow. Who is that?
Yeah, just a family I had met in 2014, and they reached out and were like, anyway, they offered to host me.
That's
and
nice.
they're amazing. They've just been opened their doors wide open for myself and Chris, and then the team when I had the team, and would host all of us. I mean, they would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 of us. And yeah, they've been great.
Very cool. Do you think it will be weird being on kind of the other side of the of your camp, of your little encampment that you guys all create on site?
No, I think it'll be fine. I was telling Chris, I was like, Chris, you know what the coolest thing is about not racing Rochester this last weekend? He was like, what? I was like, not racing Rochester this last weekend.
You were home, right?
I was. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really loved every single moment that I've had racing. But I definitely do not miss the pre-race nerves. I don't miss racing in the heat. I don't miss racing in those dry, dusty conditions. Those are my least favorite conditions. And, living in the Northwest, you race cross and it's like, maybe it won't be spectacularly muddy, but at least it's not hot, or muddy every weekend, at least, though it's not hot and not dusty every weekend. Where I find that a lot of the UCI races in the US tend to be really dry. Although I think in 2019, we had some good mud. So that was a nice year to go out on.
A little bit of mud, but especially when they all moved to September, we had some hot days.
Yeah.
The first World Cup at Jingle was 85 degrees and sunny. It was super hot, but definitely have had our mud.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how the mid-October dates.
Right. What's it like usually there in mid-October?
Perfect. Like October is one of the best months of the year. I think the mid-60s and sunny and just perfect. Yeah. Or rain or snow.
So,
I mean, we can kind of have everything.
Yeah. I think my favorite part, though, about Jingle Cross, and it was always my favorite weekend before it was World Cup, and I just loved that you didn't know what you were going to get with the weather. You could get snow and ice, you could get rain, you could get dry and cold. Like, it just really made the event what it was when it was in November and December and that time. And I personally think it was a better event then. But I know I know John likes having it as a World Cup, and I know Iowa likes having the World Cup. And it's cool. It's just a different vibe.
It is a very different vibe. Yeah. I'll be curious to see who comes over from Europe.
Yeah.
You know, the Snowshoe World Cup a week or two ago, it looked like most of the folks showed up.
Yeah, it did.
In the U.S., so it didn't look like Europeans are afraid of traveling abroad, if you will.
The mountain bike Europeans, I think the cross Europeans are a little different.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll be anxious. Obviously, the folks with riding Trek bikes will be there.
Yeah,
because of the Waterloo race.
Yeah, that's true. So that's good.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see who's there. Wow, and Matthew obviously won't be there. They're still racing their road bikes.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll be curious to see who shows up. I feel like having Fayetteville sandwiched in the middle of Trek and Jingle was a good move. I thought that was a smart way to do it. And B, if somebody wants to do well at Worlds, they probably want to come over and ride this course. And this is the opportunity to do that. So we'll see who shows up. I'm curious, and
you know what I'm kind of curious about? I'm curious if any of because the Epic Rides Oz Trails is the same week. I think it's the same weekend as Trek. So I'm curious if any of the mountain bikers will stick around and race. Is it only the World Cup on Wednesday?
Yes. Yep.
So maybe they won't. Maybe there could be some that I think would be eligible.
Inquiring minds want to know.
All
right. Well, what are you least looking forward to? Nothing. Good answer. That is a good answer.
Yeah, nothing.
I did do a little bribing to get you to say yes, and it involved cheese curds and the opportunity to meet my lovely bride Dee.
Exactly.
And I wanted to. Curds. What's that?
I need the best cheese curds in Wisconsin.
Yes. According to, I have my son's in-laws live in Wisconsin, and according to them, I will get you the best cheese curds.
Yeah.
And maybe a spotted cow.
Also, fried cheese curds. Have you ever had those?
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, for sure.
I think last time we were in Wisconsin, 2019, I had some fried cheese curds, and I was like, whoa, this is delightful.
Want to alienate any Wisconsinites, but there's a place in Des Moines that has, I think, the world's best fried cheese curds. So we're getting some fried cheese curds in Des Moines.
Maybe we'll have to do it twice.
That's quite all right. We can do fried cheese curds in Wisconsin as well. For sure.
We'll have to taste test them.
Yep. Well, we will see you October 9th. Is that the
October 9th? October 9th is the day.
Awesome. And we will be out on the race course on October 10th up in Waterloo at Trek. And we'll see all of you guys at Waterloo, in Fayetteville, and at Jingle. And we will look forward to chatting with everybody at those places. So Courtney, super excited you're coming. Again, I can't believe you said yes.
Okay, hang on before we go.
I thought we might get to meet your cat. Aw.
This is Nugget, say hello.
Hi, Nugget. Hey, Nugget. Nugget's like what?
Why are you doing this?
I saw that Nugget crazy for food.
Oh, Nugget loves food.
Yeah.
She'll be a little sad when I'm gone because she misses me, even though, we do things like this, but she does love me very much. And she misses me when I'm gone.
I'm sure she does.
Same here. She's giving me the side eye.
Chris will take very good care of her, I'm sure.
He sort of. They have a love-hate relationship. Just kidding. He loves her. She's not sure how she feels about him, but she puts up with him when I'm gone.
Puts up with him when he puts food in her dish.
She really likes it when he puts food in her dish. Absolutely, yeah. She'll sit on his lap if my lap's not available.
Oh, well, that's snuggly.
Yeah.
All right, well, we will see you in 2 weeks.
That sounds good. Have a lovely evening. Well, I guess it's probably bedtime now.
It is bedtime, actually.